Long ago, when time was young and reality was its newborn child, chosen ones were bestowed immortality by becoming unbreakable figurines until the moment of battle.
Puppets of Myth is essentially a contest entry game created as a tech demo to showcase motion gesture gaming that's highly realistic and character-based. Powered by the Intel Perceptual Computing SDK, it's the work of 2 developers, a voice actor, a musician, and 3 artists. The style tries to be high fantasy with urban fantasy ties, but while you're in a modern study, for example, but you venture into fantasy realms, control your puppet, and fight dark ones. But since it's a giant project on spec, the music and artwork is mostly based on recycled assets. Okay, so scene 1 with the book. The book needs to be properly UV'd, instead of cheap low poly game style. The book needs medieval monk style drawings, or something magical should happen on the table as the story is being read. As you move your head about, you probably notice the backdrop could use a lot more customizations with backstory from the game, for example. The head tracking is freeform, based on your face rectangle's deviation from a dead region in the center of the screen. You move your head around, represented by this wooden disc, and you open and close your hand to confirm in advance. Turning pages, and then, when done, a magical begin parchment appears on the table. Open, close your hands, confirm, and let's go. Scene 2 with the character selection is missing a major cutscene that explains how the summoning works. Notice that when the scene first starts, they're all frozen in time, but as your player cursor moves the wooden disc right on top of each of them, they each come alive. There's some heavy mythos about this wooden disc stuff, and why the figurine starts still till you magically wave your wooden disc over. Scene 3. Skip the journey, we jump right into the battle scene for this tech demo. Now with the health meter turned off, of course, for infinite play testing. So the Dark One walks into its designated spot marked by the rune on the stone path. Simple gameplay. Draw back your hand to retreat. Open-close your hand to attack. Now my knuckles got red after just about 10 minutes of playtesting. It's hard fighting Dark Ones. But there's a lot to be done on effects and game design. The Dark One only has 2 attack tactics, and it's what I call quick and dirty dumb AI. It's random attack of player within range. There are 3 camera waypoints that you can move your head around to view the scene from. But what if you could stop in between the waypoints? Is that too much precision to ask for from the Intel SDK? We're also waiting Intel SDK updates for reliably detecting both face position and hand gestures at the same time without one randomly cutting out the other and so forth, which doesn't always happen, but if you go through a lot of play testing, it just seems like that error seems to happen for no particular reason. And it'd also be nice also to have more API data, such as some sort of normal vector or some sort of rotation, where the head is pointing. So right now the head tracking, both the freeform and the waypoint based, the freeform one that you see in the book scene and the waypoint, the one that you see in scene 3, the battle scene, you actually, right now it's just based on the head's, the face rectangle, and relative to the screen position, which is very inaccurate, and then you probably tried that you have to kind of move your head to odd locations for it to detect sometimes, because it is quite just assuming where your head is, or sometimes the velocity of your head, depending on which algorithm is implemented. So there's a lot more to come, and we'll really like to flesh out this game with a full storyline, plenty of Dark Ones to fight, more powers, intriguing and more complex battle scenes, of course. So even if we just get to make small fixes, such as right now the icon or the logo is an ugly leather book thrown together at the last minute for the contest, and yes, being full screen app, this could use an exit button if you don't know how to alt tab, and of course there could be resolution settings screen and such and so forth.